Yo, shout out to everybody in the stream. Let me know where you guys are from. Let me know what you do. We're back for another Sync Producer Live. We're answering questions on sync licensing, helping you get your music placed in TV and film. And then a little bit later on, we're going to do some live music reviews, seeing if your music is ready for TV and film. And yeah, we're going to have a good time. Let me see what we got in the building, man. And then we're going to dig into some community wins from syncproducerhub.com. Make sure you tap in with us. We got KJ Lighthouse in the building. What's good? Happy Friday. We got Zim in the building. What's good? Well, this is the first to be the first one to arrive. Shout out to Zim being the first today. We got Rich Rosen in the building. Rich is early too. Rich usually comes in and he comes in when he comes in, but he's in here early tonight. Let's go, Rich. We got Janie HB in the building. We got Ronald Lewis. What's good, Ronald? We got Aaron Van Land in the building. Let's go, Aaron. Let me see who else we got, man. Jason Dowdy from Canada is in the building. What's good, Jay Dowdy? Man, let's see who else we got. We got Flares. I just seen Flares. What's good, Flares? I see you in the building. We got Sound Mystic in here. What's good, bro? Good to see y'all. Excited to be back. It's been a fun week. I guess productive week. Every week is productive. I'm doing something to move the needle forward. But let's dig into these community wins. And I come in when I come in, and I came in early. Let's go. There you go. So yeah, dope. Let's see what y'all been doing. Let's see what y'all been doing this week. Tim Bird got one as of 2 hours ago. Says, I had to screen record this win. This song, Keep Going, is on The Shy. It's also expected to be on the reboot of A Different World on Netflix. Collaboration with Hannah Mons, Frankie, and Buddha. Yo, DJ Horn. Let's go. Why am I feeling like weird stuff on my neck? Shout out to that. Let's check out the screen record.
Gotta stay focused. I'm reaching for the stars. Hope you notice. Nothing gonna get in my way.
Is it a? Oh, I thought it was a scene.
Gotta keep on going.
That's dope. This is a dope song.
Climbing
Dope
high
vocals.
to the sky. Oh, ain't no looking back. The future's in my.
Shout out to that mix too. Listen, I am not mad at that. Shout out to Tim Bird and the team on that joint. And I think there's a post too that we're gonna have to dig up. And he was kind of talking about this word right here, expected. We're gonna have to dig into that a little bit later. But yeah, that's super dope. I love to see it. Yeah, let's go. Placements on deck. We got Candace Williams in the building. Small win, big win. Says, hey, y'all, it's been a long time. Wait, no, let's start over. Let's read correctly, Clint, tonight. All right. Hey, y'all, it's been a long while since I've posted. I took Clint's production course in 2024, and I was just really learning how to make hip hop beats and mainly have a keys and gospel background. I submitted to libraries and had some early rejections, but it made me regroup and work on the quality of my producing. Still a work in progress. I just wanted to share for this that don't yet do this full time and may not have all the time in the world to work. I fell off majorly for a time due to lack of belief. I also shifted my focus to orchestral trailers and hybrids and working with references to get my sound better. This leads to the win. Recently, I was talking to a friend that makes short films. He let me hear his soundtracks and they sound good. He's a vocalist I work with and I was impressed. I asked him for some B-roll for a scene to practice writing to picture, which I've never done. My studio was dismantled at the time and I was working in another DAW, Luna, which wasn't familiar, but I came up with a short sketch. He liked it, so I went back in and cleaned stuff up, mixed it, mastered it, and put in the metadata. I gave it to him and he sent a contract. I can't even explain how I didn't think I would ever have a placement and how discouraged I was. This happened out of the blue and in the flow of other things I was doing, like playing for a choir, singing and playing keys. It's definitely God's timing and favor. Thank you to Clint and this community for the heat you all bring with the information and level of music y'all are making. It's an inspiration, and I aspire to continue to improve and get more placements. Stay encouraged, everybody. Your time is coming. Let's go. That's major and like a testament to just keep pushing, keep working, keep improving. And shout out to Candace for even taking initiative to like put the metadata in, even though she was just asking for something to kind of practice to. Like she was just prepared. Like if anything does pop off, like this metadata gonna be in this joint. And then she got a contract. That's amazing to hear. Shout out to Candace. Yeah, keep going and hoping that turns into many more. That's super dope. And just like not giving up. That's everything. Yeah, for sure. Indeed. All right, what else we got? Alexander got a response back. Let's see what he's talking about. He says, "Hey everyone, I've been reaching the libraries and music supervision agencies and got 2 responses back to send in some tracks, and already got a response back from one of them, which are Trailer House. I really need to work on my composition structure for trailers. That's all good with me now that I know I need to perfect the tracks even more so it fits that space. The other one, I just sent away a couple of different tracks, hopefully to get a response back soon. If not, I'm going definitely to follow up in a week or so. For me, this is a big win. I yet to place any songs, but I'm in for the long run for sure. Keep on making waves out there. Have a blessed day. Let's go, Alexander." Alexander's been in the hub for like a couple weeks, and dude's already just out here crushing it. Let's go. And the fact that he mentioned being in it for the long run, that's literally like, that's everything. Like you just gotta hunker down for this journey, man, because I mean, nothing's guaranteed. You don't really know how long it's going to take. You don't know if somebody's going to hit you back. You don't know if you have what they need. There's so many unknowns, but the only way you figure it out is like just moving a step at a time and moving forward and then just like not stopping. So if you like set the expectation that I'm going to be doing this for a long time, I think those are the ones that end up getting wins because they just set realistic expectations. You know, like I hear some producers hit me up and they're just like, "Yo, like how long is it gonna take?" Or, you know, "Do you think I can get a placement in a month?" Or do you think like, and it's just like, yo, like let's manage expectations. Like let's just expect not to have any placements this year, probably not to have any placements next year. You're about to do a lot of foundation building, like for the next few years, and then just like lock in with that because, like, realistically, it may not happen for a while. So if you're okay with that, and then you can just fall in love with the process, man, I think that it just takes you a long way. For sure. Brother Truman is in the building. What's good? So yeah, Birdman Pro has entered the building. We were just talking about that win. Trailers have 3-act structure. It's a whole other animal. Get him, Alexander. Yeah, man, that good old 3-act structure for sure. Payday Producers in the building. What's good? Janelle has entered Sync Producer Live. What's good, Janelle? So dope stuff, man. Congrats to Alexander. Let's go. Trey Mosley with a win. Says, I know it's not music, but an article about my voiceover career came out today. Here's the link. It's a win, maybe not musically. Even I do mention my music production, but a win nonetheless. Here's the link. And then he shares the link with us. If you're in the hub, you could check that out. Let's go, Trey. Shout out to being in the article and shout out to the voiceover career, man. There's actually there's a lot of overlap in that. Actually. So that's super dope. Love to see it. Maybe one day you'll do voiceover work and then put your own music underneath it, and then you get a double placement. Dope stuff. Marty's in the building. What's good, Marty? Let's see. Rich with a small but not insignificant win. You may have heard me lamenting about running out of space on my main drive. It's like a yearly issue for me too. Who knew 1 terabyte would be just a pittance? Who wants to be a terabyte? Still living in Sonoma and Logic 11, I knew something had to be done. So with only 4 or 5 gigs left, I went to work. That's actually more than I have when I get to this point of having to clear my hard drive. It literally just happened this week. I recovered a chunk of random. It was a random series download from Apple TV that I don't even watch. It just sitting on my computer, and it cleared up 60 gigs. It was crazy. Anyways, number 1, follow the online guidance to somehow get to 10 gigabytes. That's an accomplishment alone. 2, restarted, cleared off unused archives onto an external hard drive. Got to 12. Still not enough to download Tahoe. 3, applied Sonoma patches, which somehow got me to 20 gigs. Enough to download and install Tahoe. Installing Tahoe still left enough space to upgrade to Logic 12.3. Tested existing projects and everything still worked. A win. These are the win stacks right here. 5, upgraded to latest version of Contact 8 and installed straight plugins waiting in the queue. Took most of the day, but I feel updated. Getting back to work on unfinished projects and new tracks. I get the feeling I will be going through this merry-go-round again soon. Yo, shout out to Rich. Those are wins, though, man. Because listen, it's hard to be productive when you ain't got no space. You can't. And it's crazy because it's stuff like that. Software updates, Logic, OS updates. It forces you to go and recover space. And it just makes you you're just okay, I'm not producing today. I'll be sitting here figuring out ways to clear up space. So shout out to you. You got all updated. I love to see it. Let's go. Phil Scott Bailey with the win. He almost gave up. So he says, story time. I think it was edited. Because I think we went over this last week. I don't know. Let's reread it because it's edited. So who knows? Story time. I'm part of a production house that provides music for a TV show in-house and decided to take on a brief for a genre that I wasn't 100% comfortable with because I don't specialize in it. I do remember this. The genre was island pop. I studied the reference and took a stab at it and got feedback that made me second guess resubmitting that genre. The feedback was something like, this queue feels empty. It needs to feel alive. This one may have to wait until the next submission window. That feedback humbled me pretty quickly. Made me think maybe the genre isn't for me, but a voice said, just try it anyway. So I did, and guess what? The queue was approved the following week. I carefully read the feedback and tried my best to make the queue fit the needs of the team, and it worked out. Moral of the story, never doubt yourself. Yeah, I think I do remember that. Shout out to Philip again on that. Never give up. Again, just sticking with it, being in it for the long run. Logic and Waves leaves a bunch of cache files. Yes, yeah, for sure. Especially Waves. And it's tricky because some of them, I don't know what's safe to delete. So I don't want to delete some stuff because I'm like, man, what if it just stops working? Then I got to go and reinstall all these plugins again. And then knowing Waves, I'll go back to try and reinstall and download the installers. And then they want me to do an update plan, and ain't nobody trying to do that. And then all of a sudden I went from deleting something to clear up space to now paying $300 to update Waves plugins that I had no plan on updating. it just gets crazy. It just escalates from there. So yeah, man, and we got some level ups in there from Carl, Alex. Let's go, man. So yeah, love to see it. Shout out to everybody in the community, Sync Producer Hub community, winning, making progress on this sync journey. Let's go, man. I got a 5 terabyte external. My Kontakt takes 1/2 terabyte plus. Yeah, I believe it, man. It's eating up some space. Yep. The cat ate my hard drive. I had to make some island pop music. It wasn't clicking until I just side chained everything to give it that movement. Nice. Yep, 100%. Man, I'm telling you, bro, like I think we all have those moments, man. Like no matter how many placements you get, no matter how long you've been doing this, man. Listen, at any moment you can be humbled and just like quickly realize or second guess yourself, just like, man, honestly, I don't even know. I don't even know if I can make this happen for real. But you just like, I don't know, you just kind of push through it because like you're in it. So it's just like, yeah, man, it happens. It absolutely happens. So yeah, we got Allison in the building. Says tonight is baking it, botching it. That means you fend for yourself. Oh, okay. I had Marie Callender, bacon, cheese, chicken. I always add to these things, both mozzarella and cheddar and bits of more bacon. So yeah, Allison says, I have a question for the hub. If I wrote a cookbook, dinners for producers, easy, yummy, with love for busy artists and creatives, what do y'all think? Y'all chime in the chat. What do y'all think if Allison wrote a cookbook for producers and creatives? Aaron says, random, I know, but why haven't I heard of a tech company named Cash Money? Yep. These are the types of conversations that happen inside the hub and that need to happen, because why haven't we heard of a tech company named Cash Money? It sounds like a tech company / record label. Cause wait, Cash Money is a record label. Or was it a group? No, it was a record label. Yeah, Cash Money Records. So but spelled cash. That's probably why. Honestly, some lawsuit would probably happen. That's why. But would it though? Because technically, it's a different industry. One is music industry, one is tech. I don't know. Music and tech can kind of cross over, but I don't know. Could they run into some trademark issues? I don't know. Michael Connor Music. What's good, bro? Fact. All his raps are about never giving up. That's why he made it through, bro. Like it was like just self-fulfilling prophecy. Like all of his raps are just about not giving up. So even if he couldn't give up if he wanted to, because just subconsciously, because of everything that he writes and that comes out, it's just he's not a quitter. So he just didn't quit. Even though he wanted to, he couldn't. So yeah, we do. I'm pretty sure we all love to eat. I know, right? Oh man, music tech. I mean, yeah. It's just it merges. I mean, just with software, hardware, technology, music. It's hard to separate the two. Anyways, let me go back. Tim, that post about talk about that. Because it was in his win, but then he mentioned it in a post prior to the win. Here we go. Because this is facts, and it's like it's also a part of the process too, with getting things synced, especially if you're the one going back and forth with the music supervisor or the music team on a film. So here, let's check it out. So it says, what I learned about composer agreements. Alert, it's a long read. So I hope y'all got masa chips. This year so far, I signed 4 composer agreements for songs I produced that's quote unquote expected, according to the emails, to appear in 2 episodes of The Chi. Well, we just seen one of those land. And 1 episode of A Different World, releasing September 24th, 2026 on Netflix. I'm looking forward to seeing how they did that, this new A Different World, because that was one of my favorite shows, bro. Like that. Yeah, I hope they do it justice. I feel like they will. I hope they do. So it'll be interesting to see how they kind of flip that to today. Anyways, one of the songs from The Chi is quote unquote expected to appear in A Different World as well. Cool. That's money from 2 different shows with 1 song. Now, notice how I placed the word expected in quotations, right? Here's why. To me, expected means maybe, might, could be. It's possible that they will be on the shows mentioned, but until I hear it on the shows, it's not a placement to me yet. I agree. It's a good look and a win for at least getting the agreement, but not a placement. Even if they pay me the money mentioned in the agreement, it's still not a placement. Let me explain. It's happened to me in the past. The company switched gears with the music at the last minute. No harm, no foul, just switched. Prior to that, I posted all over social media about the placement, but had to take it down. And all that to say, make sure the placement is secure, because some of your family and friends who care will say, hey, I watched the shows and didn't hear your music. That is, wow, that's hard, man. That's tough. P.S. Still signed the agreement though. Facts. Here's a screenshot of one of the emails I got last month. No, this is so true. This is so true. A mentor told me this when we were working on some music for an artist, and literally he was just like, I know it's exciting, but just don't even tell anybody because it's not official. Even though the artist recorded it, it's still not official. Even though they're hyped and they're talking about doing this and doing that and it possibly being a single, this and that, until even after the ink dries, he's just like, wait till the joint is out because things can change. Surely enough, things changed and it never went through. It got cut and everything. It got cut twice and placement never happened. And it's the same with sync, man. Like, things can change at the last minute. In fact, like, there's things pending now that, like, I don't consider a win because it's in that stage where even if a supervisor sends you a like a licensing quote, or I forget what they go, a request to a clearance request or whatever, it still doesn't mean that the placement's going to happen because something could change like last minute. They may go a different direction, or I don't know, the show could get shut down before the episode airs. So many things can happen. So I still don't even count that as a win yet until you hear it, man. Like literally, that's probably the most confirmation you can get is like when you watch it and then you hear it, and then you're like, okay, it did get placed. Um, or TuneSat, because TuneSat heard it. Somebody has to hear it. If don't nobody hear it, man, it don't exist. And then you hyped everybody up, you know, people hitting you up. Hey man, I watched it. Which part was this one? Was this one yours? Nah, that wasn't mine. That wasn't actually I have nothing on there because the placement didn't happen. I got ahead of myself. I'm sorry. So yeah, no, it is, man. It is. Can't count the win too quick. So yeah, you gotta keep it to yourself for a little bit, man, until it comes through. Now, it for us personally, it's a micro win, right? It's a next step. So if you're getting agreements like this and things are expected to be placed, that's a great sign that you're on the right track. You're doing something right if people are sending you agreements and they're sending you licensing requests and clearance requests and things like that's a great sign. But yeah, just don't go telling everybody your music is on the show and the show didn't air yet. Or things haven't been finalized yet. Had that happen to me for a Super Bowl commercial I voiced, told all my folks, and it didn't air. Lesson learned. Yeah, yep. Having the original cast will help for a different world. I agree. Like that joint, it was so iconic. Like you gotta bring the original cast back in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, Allison says my husband worked with this contractor. They built over 60 units out here in Pahrump, duplexes, homes, fourplexes. The company was called OPM, Other People's Money. Wow. The McDowells. Cash Money was both a group and label, one with Ja Rule and the other with the Hot Boys. I thought so. That's why I was like, is that a group or a label? So yeah. But yeah, no, I love that show. True, unfortunately. But yeah, man, yeah, crazy. Anyways, let me open up the line. If you guys have any questions, you want to come up on camera or audio. Hopefully it's working this week. KJ tried it last week, and that joint was not working. I updated Ecamm. Speaking of updates, Rich, I updated my Ecamm. So hopefully things are working the way they're supposed to work this week. No, he wasn't like a main cast member. I don't know if he appeared on any episodes. He might have gotten there, I'm sure, and like appeared in some stuff. Especially like early in that early season, when it kind of, was the spinoff. So, but yeah, we'll see what they do with it, man. It should be interesting and nostalgic for sure. Michael with a quick win from this week scored a short video, 4 minutes for a Fire Smart awareness video. Only had about 2.5 hours to get it done. Wow. Grateful for the opportunity from an old friend and a small bag too. Let's go. That's definitely. And shout out for the 2.5 hour turnaround, man. I'll be trying to tell y'all this stuff is just quick sometimes where it's just like, yo, you just got to lock in and get it done. And somehow you figure it out. Troy Bennett says, does anyone use FL Studio? I think we got a few FL Studio users in the building. I know Jason uses FL Studio. We're still trying to figure out how he plays keys and not play keys. But yeah, who I know we got a few, definitely some FL Studio users. Um, so yeah. But that's dope. Yeah, man, these quick turnarounds are crazy. Um, but they're fun, dude. Like, I don't know. For me, it's like it's an adrenaline rush. When it's just like, yo, I don't have a lot of time. It's a challenge. Like, let me see if I can do it. Like if I don't, like, okay, but I definitely want to try. This is fun. Jason Dowdy with a question. Uh-oh. Here we go. When you have requests from multiple libraries, good problem to have, but only so much time, how do you prioritize? This is a great question. I get this question quite a bit, especially when it comes to like time management and things like that. So if you're at this stage, congratulations. You have a great problem. This is how I personally prioritize it. I prioritize um by deadline and budget. Those are like the top two things that I'm looking at. Um yeah, deadline and budget. And whether or not, so if they're all requests, meaning this is new stuff coming in, haven't started any project, I'll prioritize it by um well, there's three. I'll say the budget, how much I'm getting paid for it, the deadline, and the likelihood of it getting placed based on prior experience with the company. So, yeah, like say if a publisher hits me up and I just haven't gotten a ton of placements through them, um it may fall a little lower in that prioritization uh whatever. Um if it's something where it's just like, hey, I've worked with this company before, I know whatever I do, we gonna see that in rotation within a year or so. No worries, boom, let's knock it out. Um and then probably at the like lower of the list, fourth would be um just my ability and bandwidth to do it, right? So let's take for example, I get one request for um my typical structured R&B hip hop songs, right? Um and then I get another request for a trailerized remix of a popular song. That trailerized remix is going to take me longer to produce than me creating an R&B hip hop song from scratch, because usually with a remix or whatever, I kind of have to kind of go in, learn the song a little bit. I have to listen to it. I have to see how I want to arrange it, how I want to break it up, and you know, do all the things. There's going to be some different editing. It's a completely different creative process for me, doing something like that versus in my lane creating something original. You know, it's yeah, I think it feels more experimental and just takes a little more time remixing and trailerizing things for me. Um so because I don't know, like it's just like I want to keep some of the like, the original things of the song in there, and it's just different. It's just different creative. So if I know I don't have a ton of time to dedicate towards that with whatever else I have going on at the time, then I may not prioritize that. I'm gonna go with what I know I can knock out with the time that I have. So that's kind of how I do it. That's kind of how I prioritize it. So it's how much I'm making from the project. Um it's the deadline, and whether or not I can even fit that into my schedule based on what I currently have on my plate. It is what I have to produce, and the complexity of it, and then what was the fourth one? something. I forgot. But those are like those are the main things I'm thinking about before I say yes to something. Yep, Paydays on FL. Oh, those brownies been gone, bro. Those brownies were gone the following day. Not by me though. Like I didn't eat all the brownies, okay? I don't want y'all judging me. I felt that through the lens. That was he ate all those brownies. No, I did not eat all the brownies. The kids ate all the brownies. I had two. I had one the next morning. That was it. All right. So I had the one brownie that night, had another one the following morning, and then that was it. That's all I had. But they were good though. Says, bro, for real, I marked out the hit points for the whole thing, but it ended up being the intro and outro, and 5 transitions to the next scene. Yeah, Jason doesn't play keys, man. He doesn't do it. But yeah, definitely a good question. Recap: budget, deadline, likelihood of getting. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Likelihood of getting placed, effort, time to create the piece, less time. Start with each one. Yep, exactly. Thank you, because I forgot what the other one was. Like likelihood of placement. Because like if it's just, yeah, you get it. I know what I want to do with the trailerized cover, but there's so many ways to go when you can use an original stem. Yeah, exactly, bro. Like that, it just opens up a whole nother part of my brain in terms of creativity. Because I'm thinking about effects. I'm thinking about what part of the vocal I want to bring in. Like it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's like creating I used to do the remixes a lot and would just kind of remix songs and do my own production behind them. This just literally, it's like you kind of gotta like I learned the chords. Like I kind of learned the song first, and then once I learn it, I know what I can do and where I can go with it. But it's hard for me to do that if I don't know the song. So it's like rehearsal and production combined into one when working with covers for me. It's a whole thing. Do you guys use templates for certain type of tracks to help streamline your process? That is a definite yes for me. 100%. I need to start creating these templates on this MPCs. I have none. I just been starting from scratch every time. But I don't know. It's kind of fun. But I could be saving a lot of time. But yeah, I have the shout out to Flares. If you're in the community, you guys have probably seen Flares trailer music boost pack. It's also on clintproductions.com. Where you can purchase it. It's like a Logic Pro template and it's a whole guide. But that helped me create a trailer template. It is a trailer template, and I kind of like created mines based off of that. Because yeah, like around the time he dropped that, I had just started kind of working on trailers. So was kind of getting used to the whole 3-act structure thing. So that really helped me a lot because I kind of knew about where I needed to be with like each section and things like that, and what each section needed to do. So definitely recommend that if you haven't grabbed that and you're interested in doing trailer music. You can get that template at clintproductions.com. Let's go. Janelle made some brownies for the wife. Let's go. Shout out to brownies, man. I'm sure she enjoyed them too. Sure, blame the people that aren't here to confirm Um oh, one other thing to to confirm. What was it about the brownies? I'm telling you, man, I only had two. um One other thing to consider, what shows do they have relationships with? Network equal more money versus streaming. Yes, facts. That is true. Yeah. It you know what? Yeah, it is. Janelle ma Janelle made the brownies for her wife and then proceeded to eat most of them. Oh, man. That's hilarious. Trey Mo says, "Janelle, can you send some brownies to the cousin in Vegas?" Janelle, okay, so dinner's on Allison, and Janelle gotta make another batch of brownies because number 1, she ate most of the first batch, and then number 2, now everybody wants brownies. So, let's go. Bring those brownies. Um, so yeah, man, templates and prioritization, that's huge, man, because you like, man, you want to hit everything because the tricky part is, I mean, you'll get multiple briefs and you literally could do them all. Like you have the ability to produce all the stuff that they're asking, and then if you don't if you don't cut it down, like you'll just get overwhelmed and then you'll end up doing none. So it's just like then you just gotta kind of pick and choose and just, you know, just focus on like, you know, one or two and then knock them out from there. And then just know and be okay with the fact that you can't hit everything. That's just the reality. Yep. We'll get this one, won't get this one. I have to circle back around next year, next season, next opportunity, whatever. Oh man. Listen, somebody brought some cupcakes in one of my college classes. But see, I don't know. I'm real picky, man. I'm real picky because I didn't know this person, and she would always. Um, I think she had a lot of cats, and that's a thing for me. Just I think of cat hair when someone has a lot of cats, and I just think of that cat hair just being casually just on the counter and on everything. Cause I mean, pet hair just it gets over everything. Like even working at IT, man, I had to do work in people's houses where they just had a lot of pet hair. And when you open up the computer, it confirms that they have a lot of pets. And you gotta, oh man, it's just a lot of hair to deal with. So then I think of that and I think of the food and I think of eating the food and then somehow having cat hair when I take a bite and then I'm just like, no, thank you. Um but I don't really know you like that. I get to know you a little more before I just partake. And so and then I'm real big on packaging. Like how did you present this? Right? Like is it a muffin that you didn't even put the little muffin paper underneath it and it just came raw out the raw out the muffin pan? I don't know about that. I don't know. Like that's cool when you at home and you know, and you whatever, cornbread, like I can see that. But for certain things, it's just got to be presented right. What does the frosting look like on top? Does it look like it was just hand spread or was it, you know, was it properly placed on top of the cupcake with the right tool? Like I don't know. It's just it has to look delicious. It has to look clean. There's just a lot of criteria I have before I before I partake. Appetite diminished. And then the person, like, you got to look at the person. Is the person clean? Because if the person is dirty, right? Fingernails. I look at the fingernails. Well, one huge pet peeve is going to a restaurant or whatever, picking up drive-through, whatever. Somebody hands you the cup and it's just earth within the fingernails, just visible. Just that, or you can, you know what? Treat yourself to that drink. You can have that because your hand was on top of the part where I put the straw in. I look at all of that, man. You can't just be giving people food and your fingernails are dirty. You gotta clean your fingernails, man. So, yeah, man, it's just Janelle says I'm picky like that. Presentation's everything to me. Not everyone is as clean as it's a fact. They're just not. And that's fine. I just, I'll just opt out. Just opt out. Naked muffins, man. I'm telling you. It's a thing. We got KJ. Let's bring KJ up. Yo, what's up, bro?
I'm telling you. What's up? Happy Friday, man.
Indeed. Happy Friday. I
Hey,
see
I'm
you
gonna
rocking the
try
Chiefs.
this again and get online with you. Last week I was on there 3 times. I was like, "Can you see me? I'm trying to ask you a question." So
Exactly.
look, I'm going to ask you. Even though we chat a little bit, I want to do a follow up on that. So my question for the hub is, one of the things you can see when you're going to have to look at some of the libraries that you're trying to pitch music to is you'll have your track that you may submit to a library. But I asked Clint, what about when he's talked about alternates? So hypothetically, you give him the one track, and then should I send him a bass and drum? And should I also send him a no melody version with it? So if I send him an EP, which is maybe five songs on the album, should I send him 2 additional alts for each of the 5 songs? Hoping that maybe when they hear one of the alts, they may be, oh, this version may fit more than the whole song, right? They get a chance to hear that before they actually, have to reach back out to me for that. So that was my question.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, great question. So this is how I approach it. So I always say, like, don't create like all of the stems because it varies publisher to publisher what they want and how they want deliverables sent and which stems they want, if they even want stems. Some publishers create their own versions and things like that and cut downs and things like that. So to save time, I always say definitely have the main version, have the instrumental, and then maybe a drum and bass. Like those are kind of like the basic versions that everybody's going to ask for. But I do think it's a good idea, even if you don't create like a full extensive list of like 15, 30, 60.
Right. Like TuneEdge give you.
Yeah. So even if
you
it's a few, it was like 6, 7 versions or something like that. But I think it's a good idea to have at least a few main, maybe a drum and bass. If it's a full song, instrumental, obviously. Maybe a version with no melody. And the reason why I think it's a good idea to at least submit those, even if you don't know what the deliverables look like, is because it shows them that you're intentional and you're like sync focused. Because of like a regular producer who's just, only thing they're doing is just producing for artists, they're not going to think to create just a drum and bass or just an underscore version with no main melody. They're not thinking that way. So I think when a company sees that, they see intention and then they see, okay, this person gets it. And I think it'll work to your advantage because it'll just make you look professional, intentional. And then, they'll ask you if they want specific types from there. But I think it can only make you look good. in my opinion.
I was just worried about like basically because if you're using your disco link, right, and you send them your disco link, and basically when they open it up, if you just send them a 5 song EP, then you got 15 different tracks there, right? So I was like if you're reaching out to a supervisor for the first time, that can be overwhelming. They're like, God, this dude sent me a whole bunch of stuff. Right,
Yeah.
so I'm leery about that part of it because that's where I am with it. I'm like, oh, I'm pitching, but I'm like, man, should I send some alternates because these alternates could hit too, right? Um,
That's a good
so it
point.
kind of it's kind of like a weird spot, and I'm just like, man, let me ask about that because that could put you in a real. I don't want to overwhelm them, you know.
Yeah, so I'll tell you how to do that. I'll show you how to do that without it looking overwhelming. Um,
Okay,
let me see if I can find an example real quick. Um,
I got this from like I went out to look at one of your the dramedy cues I think you did for Warner Chapel.
okay.
Or one of and I was looking at how you laid it out and you had your alts there. I was like, that's what kind of triggered that because I was like, well, if I'm going to pitch to some of these libraries out here, let's see what they're doing out here, you know. And I was like, man, some of them have 5 or 6 different alts. So I'm like, I don't want to send 5 or 6 different alts per track.
Yeah.
That would be overwhelming for a supervisor, you know, even if I'm using the disco link, right? So, um,
Yeah. So, okay. So let me where did oh, I'll keep that open. So when you I'm trying to figure out the best way to show. So when you create your playlist in Disco, um, if you when you go into the different tracks, and then you basically add versions to the main track,
okay.
it'll what's the word?
Ah, so it'll give you a. I haven't seen that version before because I've
Y-
only done like where it's the 5 songs. So
Yep,
there's an opportunity for alts to be within that track, like a drop down, like you would on the actual library site.
exactly. Like when you go
Okay.
to the track, you want to manage nesting.
Ah,
Um,
got you.
so then you go to nesting, and then here, since we're on that main track right here, that's where you want to go to
Yeah.
manage nesting, and then add existing track. You can search
Okay.
by like track name. Shout out to Travis. We're using a song we did, some songs we did together. Um, and then here you can select your instrumental, your acapella, and then it's gonna cascade it or whatever underneath this main track. So when you share that
Okay.
playlist, it's still gonna show as just one track, but then
Yes.
they'll see this
To give you
visibly
the
like,
number.
okay, boom, and then you got the version, so it's not gonna be as overwhelming as just having
So,
like six,
okay.
things listed
Yeah.
here. Um,
So it's just like the
oops,
libraries. When you go to the
sorry.
libraries, you'll see the number off to the side. It'll be set up the same exact way as the libraries.
Yep,
Okay.
exactly. Yep.
Oh, that's cool. All right, thanks. So did you keep the nesting as part of your template? You just kept it as a part of your template in there where you kept it checked as nestling?
It just that it's just how Disco set up. It's just set up
Yeah.
to if you select nesting,
Yeah.
manage and then nesting, it's just gonna
Okay.
automatically nest it underneath that, and then you'll be good to go. And then it has so it has versions and it has stems. So
Okay.
you could do it that way too if you wanted to.
Were you
I
able to
usually
leave it like that where you can select nesting? Did you leave it like that or you have to pick it every time you do a EP?
oh yeah, I do have to yeah, you do have to go in there every time and then just kind of add those tracks per new playlist or whatever.
Okay. All
Yep.
right, cool. Thank you,
Yep.
sir. Appreciate
Yep.
it.
No problem.
All right now.
Yeah, that was a great question. I'm I'm special, man. I'm telling you. I have a cat, and that brother know I don't play about my kitchen. I grill a lot, actually on the grill right now, and he will go sequester himself upstairs. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. I dealt with people's cats, man, where they just cats and dogs. Cats I kind of understand, like they're just they're more independent. Dogs, like, man, dude, people gotta train their dogs. Um, but yeah, Allison would include main and instrumental. That's good. Trey is not doesn't look like he's excited that that KJ was a Chiefs fan. With disco, you can boom. Yep. So yeah, so that I love that about disco because it keeps everything clean and like under one thing. So yeah. All right, y'all. We are going to transition and get ready for some music reviews, man. So go grab a snack. There's a link in the description if you want a discount on some snacks. They won't be here by tonight, though. We can't work magic like that. But you at least save some money when they do come. You'll have them in time for next week for some masa chips. So that's it, man. We're gonna transition. We'll be right back. we are back. Time to do some live music reviews. Seeing if y'all's music is ready for TV and film. If it is, we'll let you know. If it's not, we'll give you some feedback so we can hopefully help you get it where it needs to be so that it can ultimately get signed and placed. And yeah, man, we're going to kick off this joint with checking out the leaderboard. Also, I seen a question. Trey Moa dropped a question about the if you got a track, is it possible to have a track multiple places? It is if it's non-exclusive places, but I think over the years we've kind of seen more publishers go away from the non-exclusive kind of deal and more so exclusive. But there are still some out there that do non-exclusive. Also, like sync agents and maybe some agencies that work more with artists. Sometimes they'll do non-exclusive deals with their artists just because artists just want to, have their tracks represented by different people. But there are some out there, just not as much these days, for sure. So let's check out this leaderboard, man, and see who we will be playing first tonight. We got B Ward, Carl Stokes. By the way, Carl's going to be on Sync Producer Spotlight tomorrow with Jason Dowdy. So check out Jason Dowdy Music's channel here on YouTube, and you can tap into that conversation. Even if a track is in one library, it could end up on different shows, though. 100%, yes, it could. So yes, technically, while the deal is exclusive with a publisher, it can be used non-exclusively by multiple clients. It's just the exclusivity is towards the publishing rights, and sync rights and things like that. So we got B Ward, Carl Stokes, and Desmond Lewis. Drop some fire emojis if y'all ready to dig in to these music reviews. Why is it showing both? I'd rather it not show both. Let me see if I can close. Will it? I did it. But I kind of low-key needed to see that, though. Will it let me? I know what I'm going to have to do. Hold on. Let me fix this. Fixed. I can't be stopped by Ecamm. All right. I see fire emojis. Let's get it. Shout out to LW dropping that link to Jason Dowdy Music's channel. Tap in and then go watch the other Sync Producer spotlights, because tons of gems are dropped in those, man. And they're inspiring for sure. All right. I'm seeing fire emojis. That means it's time to dig into these placements. My flavor of choice for the Masa chips this week, we bringing back the Carbonaro. We're going to go ahead and chump on that. And then I got some more Zauer Zaffy Taffy. Some good stuff, man. Link is in the description if you guys want a discount. Tell him Clint sent you because he thinks it's delicious. All right, let's see. Music review. B Ward. Let's see if B Ward got some heat. I think didn't he take a week off last week? And we was like strongly trying to advise against that because, man, y'all be taking breaks and then y'all come back like with craziness. All right, he has one. So, says, good evening, SPH. This is a cinematic trailer hip-hop trap motivational track. This piece of music was composed with a boxing documentary in thought. One boxer against all odds, strenuous training, trying to change his or her life through the sport. This is their theme music and motivational sound to get back on top. Appreciate all feedback. Thank you, Rich, for the reminder to hit Command F, because I went back to my old ways just now and was scrolling through this joint. Yeah, depending on if you're a Mac or a Windows user. Yeah. All right, here we go. Yeah, man, the Carbonaro, I'm telling you. Carbonaro and That was it. Chili Hatch chili. One of those combinations. All right, The Missing Piece. Let's check it out. Definitely giving trailer vibes. Or movie vibe. All right, listen. B Ward can't take no more weeks off, man. Every week we need a submission, dude, because this is what happens every time. This is the second time this has happened. This joint was crazy. Like, it has to be a boxing placement because the use of the bell and like the way that was done was fire. That was fire. Love the build. Love the tension. Feels like a movie. And then the modulation. We took it to another level with the modulation. And I don't modulate a lot in sync. I think I talked about that at some point. I don't modulate a lot in sync. That modulation must remain. It just must remain because that joint was fire. Yeah. The bell, man. We need that. We need that in the next Creed. That's got to be in there. That's a score. That joint's fire. And then the drums, the way the drums drop. Super dope. Super dope. Birdman says, this makes me want to go back to the lab. Love this, love this. Yeah, 100%. I got Trey Mo almost cussing. The Stinger. Yeah. Modulation's crazy. I Am Rocky. Yeah. Dope stuff, bro. It's ready to go. That's ready to go. All right, Carl. Let's see if we got one from Carl this week. They just told me to. All right. Here we go. All right. Yo, this is an instrumental song TJ Covington and I made called The Man. Definitely something that could be used for sports transitions or highlights or an intro to someone walking in with confidence for a scene. Could maybe be used for reality TV as well. Also note, do not eat these and then also like rub your eye. You will regret it. I did that the other day, man. I wasn't even thinking. I probably was just like, da 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 da. Next thing I know, I'm like, man, dude, my eye is burning right now. Crazy. All right, let's check this out. Straight to it. Oh, y'all came in strong with this thing. And yeah, this is dope. It's ready. Like the instrumentation. Like the chord progression. I can definitely hear it. Like, I mean, with the brass and stuff like that, sports for sure. Low end was mixed nice. Kick complementing the 808 well, or vice versa. And yeah, I tend to see the sports stuff cross over a lot in reality TV. But yeah, got straight to the point. No long drawn out intros or anything. Sting endings there, structures there. Nice length. Yeah, good collaboration. I rock with this. Did we DJ Horn? Birdman said probably some drops. Other than that, dope. Juvenile will make this song of the summer and have all the bands playing it in the fall. Oh yeah, I could hear that. I could definitely hear that. Especially with the brass line. And it had the real strong melody. Strong, catchy melody. Yeah. Good work, y'all. All right. Let's see if we got one from Desmond. Uh-oh. Why is it dinging on me? What's wrong with this? Oh. I didn't know it did that. I didn't misspell Desmond's name. That's how he spells it. It's his name. He knows. Okay. I don't think we got one from Desmond. But it's all good. Because Aaron's next up on the list. Let's see if we have one from Aaron Van Lan. We do. Says, what's good, SPH? Gonna keep it short and sweet this week. The inspiration for this track is the initial sound, which I, thought sounded rusty if sound had a physical texture. And alarm-like. The idea of a rusty alarm, then asked the question, where would you hear a rusty alarm? That immediately made me think of Silent Hill, which then necessitated a sense of malevolence danger and dread. I'll let you guys be the judge of whether I hit the mark or not. Let's check it out. Too early for this. Ron. This was great work. That thing was tense. It was tense. It was building. And definitely fitting for what you described. Great sound selection. Love the drums in there. Like that gave it a nice feel. It felt like I should have been running in that moment. I'm sure Patty would agree. Haven't seen Patty in a while. What she captured, she ran so far away that she's still walking back. We was waiting for her to come back from the last time she ran. Yes, Sting on a sus chord. Love it. Again, Jason's a key player, dude. I don't care what he says himself, but I just feel like internally he plays keys. Yeah, man, this joint's ready, dude. I mean, that could work. That can go video game. That can go movie. That can go so many different ways. Yeah, good work. I have no other notes. And that volume was on point too, especially for a track like that. Like that joint, it just hits you in the face. It's in your face. Dope stuff. All right. Let's keep it moving, man. That was okay, yeah. That was our top beat. B Ward, Carl, Aaron. Solid start. I see what kind of night it's gonna be. Let's start from the top this week. Let's start with David. Good morning, fam. Hope I believe this was a typo. Hope everyone had great week. So this is a track I sent to artists a year ago. Been going back and fixing tracks off this weekend, so gonna work on new stuff. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Again, David, hardest working man in the hub. Let's go. Let's go, David. I like this one. A very, very strong melody here. It feels tense, some tension. Your rhythm's on point. You got things. I think the I think at the very beginning, the end of the loop, I think it was like a little. How Aaron pop up just suddenly? Um, I think it was like a little bit off, but throughout the rest of the track, like the timing was good. Everything was on rhythm. Uh, the drums, I like the drums too. Somebody mentioned the reverb on there. I think it sounds good. It gives me like New Jack Swing vibes, especially that pattern. It just took me there. Like that would be a great kit to use on some New Jack Swing. But yeah, dude, I could hear the video game vibes, the 8-bit stuff that everybody's talking about. I wouldn't be mad at that. Um, yeah, it could be like some minimal tension stuff, some video game stuff. It could be shortened, and I think we would just need a little bit of variety in the verses so it doesn't get too repetitive for too long. I'd probably carve like a minute off of this joint, or a minute and a minute and a half, or so off, or even 2 minutes. It can go down to like 130, depending on what you do. But yeah, dude, good work. Um, I'm not mad at this at all. And yeah, whatever you fix, yeah, I like it. And the mix wasn't solid. The mix was solid too. I think the piano could probably come down a little bit, but where your drums were sitting, the synth and things like that, was nice. Only other thing I would probably add to that is just like I said, to give it variety, you'll probably have to throw in like another sound or something. Maybe just a pad following that same progression you're doing. But yeah, dope stuff, dude. Truman loves when the bass comes in. Yeah, that synth bass was dope. I agree. This one swings. I want to hear a hi hat or some kind of top perk. That would be another good element to add, because then you can add it in, take it out in your verses. Some type of percussion. That's a good point, Jason. Yep, dope stuff. And I like the filtering you kind of did on that sound too, where it feels like it's kind of going in and out. It's a dope vibe. It kind of adds some rhythm to it as well. All right, we played Aaron's. We got Vincent Jewell up next. Excuse me. Today, I'm sharing one of the fastest and most intense custom projects I've worked on recently. Note, this track was created for an urgent trailer pitch and is currently under review. By the time I was brought into the project, the original brief had already closed and the deadline had passed. See, this is what we be talking about. So somebody probably got one of those. What was the word, Tim? What was the word? I forgot it that quick. The quotation word. Somebody probably got one of those emails thinking they about to get the placement. Meanwhile, the company reaching out to Vincent to redo the whole thing. And you sitting there waiting, telling your family members that you got some music placed on this trailer, and Vincent is reproducing it. Expected. Oh man, this is the other side of the situation. Vincent's over here rushing, trying to get this joint done after the deadline because the last one, it just wasn't quite the right fit. And it probably was something so small. Like it was probably something so small. And they was like, let's just get somebody to redo the whole thing. Let's put one more call out there. All right. So he says, by the time I was brought to the project, the original brief had already closed and the deadline had passed. Since they still hadn't found the right song, I was asked if I had anything in my catalog that could work. No, I definitely didn't. So I said, let's make a custom one. From the very first instrumental idea to the final mastered version, the entire song came together in just 4 days. FYI, even though this was created as a custom song, it's non-exclusive, so I'm actually allowed to share it with you guys. Coming for it all. So it says the goal is to create something that feels hard-hitting, raw, street-driven, and unmistakably hip-hop, while still having the scale, structure, and impact of a major trailer record. I didn't want it to feel like a traditional trailer cue with rap vocals placed on top. It needed to work as an actual song first. Strong performances, a memorable hook, real attitude, and enough replay value to stand on its own. At the same time, every section had to provide clear moments for picture, hard stops, builds, drops, transitions, vocal punches, and the final sting. All right, let's check this out. This is crazy. All right, coming for it all. They put this together. He put this together in 4 days.
Yeah. Hey. Look. Wanna be top dog, huh? You wanna be the boss, gotta pay the price. Be careful what you wish for, huh? Everything's high stakes, this is do or die. Yeah, ready, here we come. Face it all, never run. When it's on the line, you either rise or fall. If failing ain't an option, man, we want it all. Get ready, here we come. Stay ready, hey. When it's on the line, you either rise or fall. If failing ain't an option, man, we want it all. Eyes open, still don't see nobody better than me. Just a bunch of rookies, I'm a veteran. I've been running laps around the game, something you never can. Still ain't hit my peak, I'm in a rocket that'll never land. Rise through an avalanche, since a boy I've been a man. Chose to stay hungry, I can't focus on no dinner plans. And what's competition anyway? Pick a time in the day. I come to win, you just participate. I will eliminate, you will disintegrate. It's hard to stay real, I see now why you been a fake. Had to make my own lane, focused on my own things. I got the vision, follow me, I can show things. If not, you'll stay lost where you left at. And I'ma keep winning, that's just something I'm the best at. If you ain't on my side, better step back. If not, I promise you'll regret that. Get ready, here we come. Face it all, never run. When it's on the line, you either rise or fall. If failing ain't an option, man, we want it all. Get ready, here we come. Stay ready, hey. Hey, I want it all and some. Shooting through the foul, sending pressure just to hand one. Never been afraid of a beast, cause I am one. Been through it all, stood tall, man, I can't run. I keep pushing, man, I can't stop. Carry heavy pressure, if you try, make your veins pop. Laser focused outside, dodging raindrops. They following my flames cause they ain't hot. Is this what you've been waiting for? Nah, this is my time, you gotta wait some more. Is this the one you waiting on? Now that I'm here, you won't be waiting long. I'm coming for it. Get ready, here we come. Face it all, never run. When it's on the line, you either rise or fall. If failing ain't an option, man, we want it all. Get ready, here we come. Stay ready, hey. When it's on the line, you either rise or fall. If failing ain't an option, man, we want it all.
Well, I think y'all got the job done. Shout out to Data Boy. I see Data Boy in the credits. He pops in from time to time. He's been putting in work too. Executed well, flawlessly. Great vocal production and delivery from the rapper. Everybody involved. Production's insane. Sound selection's insane. Absolutely hip hop. It's gritty. I agree with Trey. I would definitely work out to this. Yeah. It even got the split sheet agreement in there. And look at the cover though. Shout out to the artwork. That looks like a movie by itself. So yeah, that joint's ready, man. Hopefully y'all get it. Yeah. Yes, definitely. Mix sounds phenomenal. I'm telling you, man, those last minute briefs, it brings out greatness. Yep. Thanks for coming out. Good night. God bless you and good night. Yeah, man. Yeah, Vincent. Good work, Vincent. You can upload, I think that was it a PDF? You can upload PDFs. You can upload documents. Yeah, it's a PDF. You can upload PDFs. You can upload zip files on Disco. Disco has turned into my all-around file sharing thing. Like I send zips, I'll zip up, even though it has like the whole stem thing that where you can attach the stems. I usually zip up my stems. Because I feel like I guess you could probably, depending on how they have it set up, you can probably download all. Yeah, I guess you could download all. But yeah, I don't know. I like to zip them up and then I'll attach the zip file. But yeah, Disco you can take all that stuff, man. It's like, oh, bet. Yeah. Like, yep. Like when I remember when WeTransfer switched up, however they did, I canceled WeTransfer and I just started using Disco exclusively. Once I figured that out, I was like, oh man, bet. I think the only thing that I wasn't able to send through Disco was just like some massive video files I had. I had to use I had to go find a site to use for the size files I had, and it still took like 2 days. All right, who's next, man? We got Alexander. Alexander hit us with some heat last week. First submission smacked us in the face. We weren't ready. At least I wasn't ready. I can't speak for everybody. I was not ready. Tonight's been a big Disco Discoveries night. The mysteries of Disco have been unveiled in tonight's episode of Sync Producer Live. What's up, DJ Heat? I have an artist sub, but I keep thinking about getting the advanced version that supports catalogs. Yep. All right. Let's keep it moving, man. All right. So it says another one. This is a track I created together with Unir, an amazing artist, for a brief a while back for a game company. I know there are arrangements that needs to be dealt with, so the track feels perfect. Other than that, I'm pretty happy how it turned out. Would love all your feedback. Have a blessed day. Cool. Let's check it out. No Fear.
Another battle, another day. When the smoke clears, who remain? My sword swings, enemies fall. I managed to conquer them all. I have no fear. I have no fear. I have no fear. I have no fear. I stood like a brave one. This is what superheroes are made of.
Yeah. Tonight's theme is hype music, apparently, because this fits the bill. Nice horns. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, man. This was dope. Great production. Great vocals. Shout out to the artist. Yeah, dude. I rock with it. I think like I'm obviously like sonically, mix wise, even as the version stands, I know you mentioned kind of, making some improvements structure wise. I can kind of hear what you mean, but I think somebody would probably even pick this up as is. Like it was a part where it just felt like I felt like the hook could kind of come back in at some point. It was like in this section here. But yeah, dude, this joint's fire. Great instrumentation, great production, great mix too. And them rolls, yeah. Shout out to Alexander. Killing it. I hear y'all. Commercial, yeah. WWE wrestler entrance. I could hear that. Another great workout song for sure. I know, man. Oh yeah. Maybe maybe Janelle dusting off her guitar would like would do exactly what it needs to do. But yeah, I rock with it. Let's go. If anybody has dusty guitars, send them to Janelle. She knows what to do with them. All right, we got Janet up next with Night Drive. Says, what's good, fam? Tonight I share with you a slap house called Night Drive with a punchy rhythm, modern slap bass, and positive vibes. Great for car commercials. Hope you will enjoy it. I believe I will. Let's check it out and see, though. Hold on. How did that? I would say a more solid Sting. Dun, somewhere. Yeah, I would probably end it like right after the peak of that riser. Because I was ready for more. I was ready to go another 20 seconds, another 27 seconds even. But no, this is dope. It's definitely ready. Mix is crazy, crispy. Synths, the arps, the bass. Great sound selection for the bass, especially for this style of music. I hear car commercial all day. Some tech stuff, some fashion, some makeup, some anything. Anything will do. Let's put this track under it. Instant Energy. Yeah. Yeah. Every time. Good work. Car for sure. BMW luxury midsize sedan type, or something catered to the 18 to 30 crowd for cars. Yeah, I can hear that. 100%. It's ready to go. Did I DJ horn that? We'll do it again just in case. We played Carl, Jason. Is Jason MVP? No, I just forgot. Just now. I feel like Jason's been here so long. I just feel like, I don't know. I just thought he was MVP. He's basically MVP. He's just, yeah. Anyways, Jason said they asked for a dramatic pop track with a Latin beat to end segments on 90 Day Fiancé, Hunt for Love. This is what I came up with. Pura Paja essentially means pure straw. I thought it meant pure pajamas. Pure lies. All right. Jason is not MVP. I don't show up every week. I don't know who said that. Let's check it out though. All right, here we go. As Jason shows up. This got dramatic quick. Exactly. Yeah, this was dope. Very creatine. Yeah, Shakira's song with that Middle Eastern vibe. That was fire, man. Love the rhythm. That had some different sauce on it, Jason. That had some different sauce on it. I haven't heard that. That sounds great though. I like that. And then that breakdown, the breakdown was like the pre-evolve Jason Dowdy. He brought some of that back up, and then he snapped back into this new tropical Middle Eastern Jason. This was like, I don't know, Jason on a beach somewhere. Maybe like Dubai. Maybe in Dubai. All right. Good work, Jason. Jason Dev played those keys. How were these keys created, Jason? Good work, man. Let's go. That was a Latin beat. Oh yeah, you nailed that. That makes sense. I hear that now. Going back and rereading the thing. Yeah, definitely. All right, we got Aaron Island, aka Payday. Salute my hub family. Made this last night and wanted to see if it's sanctified or not. Got to add another element between the 1 to 127 mark. But what do y'all think? Please critique the quick mix I put on it. For me, it would help a lot. Thanks in advance. Is anything too loud or need to be louder? Payday producer, aka Reflex Music. Don't give up, family. Yeah, great work, man. I don't know. What y'all think about the mix, man? I'm not mad at it. Like, that is something I would submit and feel good with submitting. Everything sounded pretty balanced to me. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all hear something on y'all's end. I am also listening in headphones. If that that could help or not help. This could easily be arranged for a marching band, drum corps, and it would sound amazing. That would be fire. But yeah, I like it. It felt it did feel with the instrumentation, I think it would work super easy and well on some reality TV stuff. It was more on the darker side. So I don't think I would call it dramedy. It feels mood wise, it feels just more even somebody mentioned horror. I don't think it was that scary, but then at the same time, I could hear the Halloween. Something that could be underneath some Halloween stuff. Probably not as super like scary and dark, like dinosaurs dying, that stuff we hear in like some of Flair's trailers that we that we've heard, where it's just like, yo, some animal didn't make it out. But yeah, now this is dope. Trey says bumping this could be used for a reboot of a classic film, but with a hip hop feel like Romeo and Juliet. Have a vivid imagination. There's a regal essence to it, but still trap of sorts. For sure. Okay. Jason says mix was good. KJ says mix is good. Janelle, mix is good. +1 on the mix. Yeah, I think you're good, man, in terms of the mix. So yeah. Yep. Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, that's a perfect example. Yep. Perfect example. Especially with some of the instruments he had in there. Dope stuff. Let's go. All right, we got Frying Beats. This one's got that dark trap energy with cinematic bite. Been sitting with it, and I keep picturing it under a slow motion entrance, villain walking into frame, camera pushing in. But I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell me, where does this land? Crime drama, sports doc, street. You know I'm a musician because I seen Sweetwater when I read this streetwear brand spot. What show or movie does my beat playbox slide score in your head? All right, let's check it out. Like with Omar Epps, hip hop Othello. That would be dope. Super dope. All right, let's check this out. Man, listen, dude, these drums are going nuts. The 808, the sliding, the marriage with the kick, it's everything. That flute, the melody at the top, the texture of this track, and the sounds I rock with. Yeah, man, I can hear this. I can hear this on, shoot, pretty much anything that's asking for some dark trap. Definitely kind of has some cinematic vibes. Um, I think Yeah, I think drama, some type of drama. I could hear this on. And then again, a lot of this stuff starts to cross over easily. You know, you mentioned sports. I think it can easily cross over into some documentaries, sports stuff. Um, yeah, some highlights, specialty like a sports show where it maybe not like highlights or anything, but like just on a show that's talking about sports. So yeah, definitely dope. Good work, mix, great. I rock with that. Troy Bennett in the building. I seen Troy in the chat as well. Let's see what Troy has cooked up for us. Shout out to the Sync Producer Hub members. If you're a new Sync Producer Hub member, welcome. If you're not a Sync Producer Hub member, the link is in the description. It's also pinned in the chat. Come hang out with us. Learn how to get your music placed in TV and film. Get these licensing deals and give your music some purpose. Forgive Me Now. Let's check it out.
Forgive me. They go by much too fast, and the things you loved you thought would last. People come and people go. We say hello and say goodbye. We always dream of brighter days, but we know that the sun doesn't always shine. But it's cold, I know, just to see you smile. Let me, well, it takes my breath away.
Great voice.
Oh, it's too long alone to feel so tired. Breathe. Life gets hard when it gets bad, and we wish we could have loved you more. But one day there's peace of mind. Happiness is always by your side. The peace inside comes alive, and you'll understand why. It's you and me and you.
About to nickname her Range. I rock with that. I rock with that. Super dope song. Love the lyrics. Love the vocalist. Love the production. Instrumentation's on point. Chord progression's on point. I would absolutely take all of the vocals and turn them up a little bit in the mix, because everything that was happening vocally was incredible, and I would want to hear it a little bit louder. Yeah, the harmonies were great. The spacing of the vocals was great. Her nickname is officially Range because she displayed her range in that joint. Super dope. Dope production. Troy, yeah, this was nice, man. It's it's a little on the longer side at 4.5 minutes. But shoot, I think you get away with it. You got a Sting ending. Oh, and the intro was kind of long. I would cut that first. I would cut half of this intro off. Oh. So I would start at like 11 and just cut like that thing off. But outside of that, great song. Excuse me. Sync potential for sure. I can see that on all types of shows and movies. Vocal is too good and too important to lay back in the background. Yes, she is. I would agree. Great job producing, great job vocals. Does the vocalist have anything else out? The length too long. It is kind of it's long. Like, it doesn't feel long because it's not repetitive. And I think it's long because there's those instrumental interludes in there that, like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just instrumental. That's why I'm just like, they can probably, like, this part here, right? Like, they probably they not gonna use any of this here, except they might use the Sting, unless they're trying to end something. They might use. They may use that. Like, if I was an editor, I would cut in like right there to end the scene. It's a nice little bumper. So I would probably use that and beyond as like a bumper, Sting, whatever. You know, yeah, solid track. Since it's already done, recorded, I think they can get around it. And then just moving forward, I would just try and keep them a little shorter for sync. 100%. Yep. That's probably what they'll do, or would do, or can do. So yeah. It doesn't feel like it's 4.5 minutes still, but it doesn't feel like 4.5 minutes because it was just a well produced and written song. So good work, man. I rock with that. Definitely thanks for sharing that, and keep sharing more, man. Definitely want to hear some more. Kenneth Clark in the building. What's up, family? Wanted to give a little something slightly different, at least for my taste, and that I thought was pretty cool. Let me know what you think. Cash New Wave. We talked about Cash earlier. Laguna Beach. Yeah, 100%. Okay. sounds like that's what happened to Kenneth. He went on vacation, came back with this, and nailed it. Golly, Kenneth. Great job. The mix on this was fire. Instrumentation was dope. You got people thinking we in Miami. I love it. Yeah, it's ready to go. Did we DJ that? Ready to go. Janie is dancing. Let's go. Party vibe, South Beach. Yeah, that's it right there. Love and Hip Hop Miami or any other show Miami. $1 Million Listing Miami. Palm trees. Yeah. Nah, that's it. They'll eat that up. TV will eat that up for sure. Janelle, we're going to come back. John DeGarcia is back. Hey, everyone. I know I haven't been active in the community lately. It's because I'm currently in vacation with my family. Nevertheless, here's my track for tonight's review. It is a rock metal track that I designed for a wrestler entrance. We were talking about wrestler entrances too. It has a mock-up video in the link below. Shout out to LW. That's for you. I recorded myself on the guitars and I created the drums digitally with a plugin. Hope you guys like it. Let's go. Let's check it out. Let's play the video version. This is for LW. Show her some love tonight. That'll do it, man. Great guitars. The drums sound good too. I heard the triple bass in there, or double bass with doing the triplets. Nah, it sounds good. Yeah, definitely feels like a wrestler intro. Yeah, I think you nailed that. Shout out to John. We've heard a couple different styles from John. Versatility. I hear you. Yeah, I rock with that. I think it's ready, man. Mix was solid. Yeah. Vince McMahon on the phone. Indeed. Fire Tracks, what's good, bro? Good to see you, man. All right. Let's keep it moving. We got Davey Dave, the infamous collaborator in the hub. Says, won't be on tonight, but I wanted to leave this here. It's a video. It's a song that can go for an apology scene. Just piano, no strings, no drums, just a heartfelt expression. Imagine someone made a joke that put him in the doghouse, and he just wants to say sorry. This is so he isn't in quote unquote jail of the mind of the person he made the joke about. So he did the one thing he knows to do, make it right. Y'all have a great night. Love my SPH fam. Y'all are the best. Let's check this out. Flair says, I want to hear what a triple bass pedal on drum sounds like. Whose other foot are you going to borrow to use a triple pedal? All right, let's check it out. Okay, that's how you fit. I'm just now noticing the captions. Hold on, we gotta run. Oh man. Davey Dave. LW. What's the word? What is the word, LW? Okay, here we go. Davey Dave would have scored points with the video, but he chose to be like Michael and accused me of rigging votes. Oh man. Dang. Well, Davey Dave is now I guess he's trying to get off of whatever list that Michael Connor is on. So this is a very creative way to redemption. I don't know if it worked or not, but that's hilarious. But the piano, let's talk about the piano though. It's still syncable. The video might not have got him out of Michael Connor's zone, but the piano was amazing. Well, there you go. I think it worked. Michael Connor, you go have to orchestrate some strings and some captions on the video or something. Because Davey Dave just went all out with that one. Man. Nope, that's not it. What do we have? What else do we have? I think that's it. All right. Good work. I still need to do that. Yeah. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Question: can McConnor be far behind? A, probably. Can McConnor be far behind? I don't even. This is hilarious. I can't with y'all tonight, man. It was so heartfelt too. Good day, Hub. All you needed, I think the only thing in terms of critique that needed was just brownies. If you would have made brownies with that, I don't even think it would have been a second thought. Brownies, piano, video, boom. Immediate forgiveness. I know, right? All right, let's keep it moving. We got A Brown in the building. Good day, Hub. I've been concerned about the quality of my mixes, and I'm having trouble getting them up to sync quality. Something for a sports TV spot. All right, let's check it out. See if we can help them. Okay, this one it's not as far as you think. Structure is there. I think the only thing is just the sound selection, not even so much the mix. And I think if you can pick the better drum sounds for this track, because they just don't sound full. They sound over processed. I like that bass melody. But yeah, I just think some stronger drum samples would help this track. And then depending on where those fall, then I go and start like adjusting some volume things. But structure's there. Just need some better drum sounds, some transitional sounds to go from section to section. Well, you got one there. Oh, they're there. I need one right there. Some type of riser or something. And then here. There I would have bass hit. I would have everything hitting those hits so that they feel more impactful. Like if you think about sports, right? Or you think about highlights and they're doing the replays, any type of hit they love because they can like sync that to like tackles and stuff like that, dunks, just like those high impact moments. So with hits like that, how you have it, I'm throwing in a kick, I'm throwing in the bass, I'm throwing in orchestral hits, I'm throwing in whatever type of hit sound I can put in there to make that joint feel like a hit. And then better drum sounds. And I think honestly when you just select better sounds, that will also help with your mixing. Because what I've found over the years, it's harder to mix lower quality sounds. You end up working more and harder on a mix to where if you got some stuff where just out of the box, like whoever designed the kits and stuff kind of did their thing and you really don't have to do a whole lot to it, that's going to save you a ton of time mixing for sure. But yeah, I like it. I like the track. More Company would give it pop 100%. The writing is good. It's definitely sound selection on this one. That could be fixed. Yep, easily. Yeah, super dope. Yeah, that's yep. You can that's like just swapping out the sound MIDI. If it's like a MIDI pattern, you can just leave the pattern there because I like the patterns. Dope stuff. Let's go, Mark. There's a lot going on here. We're gonna come back to that. See if we can decode what that message was. All right, we got Getaway Car from Rich Rosen. Y'all going ham with these gifts. So I think I lied. Things were not all well and good after my grand migration scheme. You'll hear more about that if you go back to our Q&A section of this stream. So he says available storage suddenly disappeared. Sound Toys plugins in particular failed to work with a spectacular unheard of error. Other things just stopped functioning at all. Then it all came together. The track I started only a few days ago or a few days before was undamaged. Everything worked. I figured out how to make it better, but I had to engage in a caper to steal back my own storage and fix my own plugins. Somewhere between Money Heist and Now You See Me and some third thing. So in order to escape, I had to jump into my trusty vehicle and skedaddle. Hence the name of this track. Don't tell Tim Cook or the people at Native Instruments what I did. Most importantly, this does not sound like your prototypical Rich Rosen track. That was the idea. It was time to get out of that rut. Even my wife said, "Who is this? It's great. It's not you, is it? Is it? I like it. Hope you all do too." And then we have a series of the getaway. This is the getaway happening in GIF mode. That's Rich's daughter getting in the back. I don't know if Rich has a daughter. Maybe that. And then yeah, this is quite a chase. Let's see what it sounds like. Rich just fired the entire sound department of whatever show. He said, get rid of the editor, get rid of the Foley guy. I got this. I'll throw in my own sound effects. This was this was animated. This was fun. This was a show. Wow. First off, where'd you find all the sound effects? That's number one. There was some very specific things in there. It felt like a chase, man, like on something. Like, I don't know. I felt everything from like cartoons to like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood to what's that dude? What's that dude? He doesn't talk. Mr. Bean. Yeah. That's what that felt like. It felt like you were the composer of that entire scene and you put everything in there. Effects, music, everything. That's what that felt like. I would turn the bass up. Bass in the kick a little bit. Just a little. But I like it. It's fun. Now, if you're pitching it for sync, the sound effects would probably be too much just because then they lose flexibility. But you could create a version without the effects, which is what I would do. If you want to pitch it. That's the only thing. Because usually they don't like too many sound effects because that could be distracting. And it'll limit where it can be pitched. But yeah, I rock with this. Yep. Mr. Bean. Yeah, man. Mostly Apple Loops, but also a Hanna-Barbera Flintstones effects. Super dope. An American in Paris, but driving on the wrong side of the road. Disaster. Simpsons. Yep. Dope stuff. Rich does it again. Yeah. All right. Let's go. And play you did. This was fun. All right. We got Daryl Daniels up next. Insert Coin is an energetic, retro, futuristic, electronic instrumental that captures the excitement of stepping into a neon lit arcade for the first time. Bright synthesizers, vintage FM textures, driving bass lines, and cinematic melodies evoke the feeling of inserting a coin, selecting a character, beginning an unforgettable adventure, and chasing the next high score. Let's go. go, Daryl. Video games, retro vibes, 100%. I like this joint. Yeah, I like this. It's fun. It's retro. I like the mix on it. Structure's nice. You do have a bunch of extra silence at the end, just a heads up, in case you're pitching this. That's always fun. I do this every now and then. I have to do this. I'll accidentally do this like at least like 3 times a year. It's so hilarious. I love the way Daryl describes his music, and the results always reflect the adjectives. Yes, they do. I agree. It usually ends up sounding like what he described. And then the picture pulls it all in. Excuse me. All right. Let's keep it going. We got Trey Mosley in the building. Y'all ready? Y'all really inspired your boy last week. Excuse me. I dusted off looking at you, Janelle Costa. Some old unfinished tracks. It got busy. Almost had a shot of working with the great Davy Dave, but soon come. Here's my throw into the arena. All right. Bass is going crazy. Let's go, Trey Mo. Dope vibe. Love the 808. 808 was going crazy. Overall volume can come up. I would be very cautious of the loops or the Apple loops because of stems in sync. I just try and stay away from them because even though you can technically use them, other people could use them, and then you can get a bunch of false triggers with content ID and fingerprint stuff, um, to where, you know, and then also if you end up having to create stems, they want you to solo that stuff out. And then if they use that stem, then that creates issues. So that's the only thing I would say. I would just replace them with something something original or something that you kind of played on your own and just kind of recreate it. But yeah, dope track. Love the structure, how you arranged it. Overall volume can come up, and then could probably turn. Hold on, what was? Once you bring everything up, you'll probably have to lower the 808 a little bit and probably turn the snare and stuff up. But yeah, solid track for sure. Yep. But yeah, dope stuff. I rock with it. Marty walked around a whole day with a melody in my head and didn't forget it. That is a win. Seriously. Stand up and salute is stiff and official, like standing in ranks, waiting for inspection, and the admiral walks in. Check. Nice, Marty with another one. Definitely feels majestic. I like it. I like the track. I think if I had to change anything, I would just probably, I don't know, revisit the EQ. Um I feel like they could sound a little warmer. The strings can sound a little warmer, not as bright. Um but I think that's just could just be an EQ thing. Um or maybe EQing some of the strings differently. So you have some warmer ones, and then maybe I don't know, maybe some at the top, maybe a little brighter. So they all don't kind of sounds like they were kind of competing for space in certain parts in the mix, but I like the composition. Feels it feels on par with the last few tracks you've been sending. It's a theme for sure. Come movie coming to the Sync Producer Hub, like a Coming to America spinoff. That's accurate. CNN ish, news ish. I could see that. Proud. Yep. Presidential. Yeah. Definitely nailed the theme. Let's go. All right, we got Truman on deck. What's up, SPH fam? Here's another one from the project that Jason Revels and I are working on. ChatGPT describes this as a romantic, character-driven hip-hop track that's well-suited to scenes of mutual attraction, especially in romantic comedies, dating shows, urban dramas, and coming-of-age stories. The hook is easy to remember, the narrative is clear, and the emotional tone is sincere without becoming over sentimental. Let's see if ChatGPT got it right. Let's see.
I'm watching you. Why you watching me? I'm watching you. Why you watching me? Trying not to sneak, but I gotta peek. Cause I'm watching you. Why you watching me? I'm watching you. Why you watching me? I'm watching you. Why you watching me? Trying not to sneak, but I gotta peek. Cause I'm watching you. Why you watching me? I look up, you look down, you look my way, I look around. Trying to hide that I'm looking now, but inside I feel your look astounds. It's mesmerizing, hypnotizing. If I'm Superman, you're kryptonite and you got me weak. I surrender, I wanna speak, but my voice is sensitive. My mouth is open, but there's no speech. Sitting, hoping I can melt this cold feet and get the courage to approach. Woman of the year, I know who I'd vote. It's you without question, unanimously. No doubt who's the best to be standing with me. But right now it's just my imagination. Is it lust or infatuation? I'm past the crush, it's maturation. I wanna rush, but I have the patience to sit and admire you across the room. Your status requires a boss to move. So one strategizing chestnut checkers while fantasizing you get the message. This is serious, no gameplay. I'm curious if you feel the same way. I'm watching you. Why you watching me? I'm watching you. Why you watching me? Trying not to sneak, but I gotta peek. Cause I'm watching you. Why you watching me? I'm watching you. Why you watching me? I'm watching you. Why you watching me? Trying not to sneak, but I gotta peek. Cause I'm watching you. Why you watching me?
All right, I hear you. I like this vibe. It's kind of like the R&B hip hop vibe, and I like the simplicity of the hook, the theme. I would throw for the hook, I would throw a lead vocal like in the center of the mix to round that out. It just feels like something's missing right there. So I would just throw one, just stack one in the middle right there, and then. And some parts.
Why you watching me? I'm watching you.
And once you do that, you'll probably end up having to turn the vocals down a bit.
Why you watching me? Speak, but my voice is sensitive. My mouth is open, but there's no speech. Sitting, hoping I can melt this cold feet and get the courage to approach. Woman of the year, I know who I'd vote. It's you without question.
Yeah, I agree with somebody, EQ, Rich, lead vocal.
Unanimously, no doubt who's the best to be standing with me.
I would probably carve some of the lower end EQ out of the vocal, maybe boost some, I can't, it's hard to tell, some high mids maybe. I would just be playing around with the frequencies to make that lead vocal pop a little bit more in the mix. Because at first I was gonna say turn the vocal up, but I think the vocal's loud enough. I think it's just the EQ. I think it's competing with some of the sounds in the production where the frequencies are. So I think it's just a matter of carving out some frequencies in the vocals, boosting others, to really make that vocal shine. And I think that's gonna make it pop out of the mix, versus just volume. Because if you turn volume up, it's not gonna be the solution. But yeah, other than that, solid song.
Cause I'm watching you. Why you watching?
And then maybe sprinkling in some ad libs throughout the verses or something. And then and just EQ those so they're kind of, maybe some reverb, just some different little things going on vocally. But yeah, definitely like the vibe. For sure. All right. Let's keep it going. Shout out to Truman and Jason for the collabs, the back-to-back collabs. All right, we got Devin. Happy Friday, fam. Seems like these weeks are flying by, but managed to get another one done. This one's called Rooftop Haze, the 6th installment on this chill hop EP I'm putting together. More of that late night feel, which has been the vibe lately. Changed up the arrangement slightly with these verses, chopped them down to 8 bars instead of 16. Added an extended outro at the end that still lands the track in that 2.5 minute pocket. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Dope. Let's check it out. I like that joint. Vibes, structure's nice. Mix is solid. I was gonna say maybe drop out the drums earlier, but you kind of got this drop here, so yeah, I rock with it. I think it's ready, man. I think somebody will use that. I can definitely hear reality TV using that. I hear that last part The way that sting, I hear that like being used right before scene change, and then or commercial break or whatever. Yeah, I like it. A little perk ear candy that come in every now and then. Yeah, it's dope. Yep. Shout out to Low Harmony Lorenzo. Shout out to Lorenzo. Good to see you, bro. And thank you. Yes, I've been on the Akai MPC board quite heavily. All right, let's keep it going. We got Caesar. Yo, lo-fi vibes tonight. The title is Lo-Fi Chills, features live electric guitar, programmed acoustic drums, acoustic piano. It's a simple track with laid back drums and sparse sounds. Hope you enjoy. Love the texture of the drums. Especially that snare. Vibed out. Love the mix on this. Structure's on point. Instrumentation is dope. Yeah, I think there could be some uses for it. Probably not as many because it's a slower track. You get some requests for the slower stuff, but that's the only thing I would say about that one. But yeah, as far as like lo-fi chill vibes, this will definitely fit that description. You got the nice little vinyl effect in there. Yeah, it's dope. Feels like a late night at a bar, slightly melancholic and very reflective. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Could definitely be some great underscore as well. All right. We played B Wards earlier. We got Jermaine. He says, this is a track I worked on after surgery. My wife asked me for something more soft that she can use as background music for her crafts. She let me know what she didn't like as to what she did. As I was building this, I released it on her birthday for her. That's what's up. Super dope. It sounds kind of. There's some moments where it sounds kind of like whimsical, almost. I think I think it's fine for what you created it for, and I'm glad you're back to creating as well after the surgery. For Sync to get this where it needs to be, we'll probably need some more variety throughout the track if you're pitching it for Sync, because I know you made it for your wife. So it just depends on what you're doing. But if you are pitching it, I would say some more layers, variety throughout the track. Maybe build up the hook a little bit more. With some percussion layers, and then maybe some, I don't know, some type of something that sustains a little more, whether it's a pad or maybe just some strings that are more sustained. Um, yeah, and then let me hear this last one. Or maybe even bringing in some of those, like, because I like I don't know what sound it is. It was like a flute or piccolo or something like that. But you can even bring in some of that stuff in the verses too, to give it some variety. And I like how you kind of harmonize those sections too. That was really cool. So bringing in some like more of that stuff earlier in the track, I think would be pretty cool. But yeah, brass stab sound as a pizzicato string, that would be interesting. Nice snaps. So yeah. But yeah, I definitely mystical, whimsical vibes. I feel that. I hear that. Will work great too with a version without drums. Because I could hear that being, I feel like that also opens you up to different types of uses, and different types of placements. Because even with with this, like the strings and stuff alone, the woodwinds, yeah, I think that'd be dope. Arpeggiated synths, not too busy, so it doesn't change the feel. Yep. All right, let's keep it going. We got Keith up next. Late drop, but we hear the reveal is a continuation of the Criminology 101 project for crime dramas and documentaries, but likely usable for more than that genre. Let's check it out. That's definitely giving CSI Miami. Does that show still come on? I mean, I don't think it still comes on, but do they still make the CSIs with all the different city names? Anyways, this track is great. Yeah, love the sound selection, love the rhythmic elements you have in there. So, minimal tension stuff happening. Love the articulation of the strings with the volume automation and all that stuff happening. I feel like that definitely adds to the tension and the drama and all of that stuff. Yeah, great work. I think that thing is ready. Why didn't I see this album cover before? Anyways, dope stuff. This fits. This fits on that album. All in reruns on Pluto TV. Yeah. Man, that was a good show, man. I used to watch it all the time. So yeah, dope stuff. Let's go. Y'all been working, and I'm not mad at it. All right, let's scroll back up. I know we passed some MVPs here at some point. There's Mark, aka Flares. There's the infamous Davy Dave apology to LW video. We can't forget that. That was a highlight. Janelle. And I think that was it. I don't think we got one from Miguel this week. All right, Janelle is up next. But before wait, did we get one from Michael? Let's double check. I don't think we did. Yeah, okay. All right. I'm gonna get a poll popping though, and then we're gonna get this Janelle submission popping. And then we're gonna go from there. So start dropping some names in the chat. Who y'all think should be up on the poll this week? A lot of great submissions. A lot of great surprises. I think we're gonna do Janelle first, and then we'll end it. I'm trying to decode what was happening on this Flares post. All right. Let me get to the poll. Let me get to the poll. It's Flares post. All right. Let me nope. All right. All right. All right. Y'all start dropping some names in the chat. Janie saying B Ward, Caesar, Keith. Strong contenders for sure. Rich's was definitely creative. From production and sound design standpoint. Cause that's a whole thing. Yeah, Janice was dope. Janie HB. John and John. LW likes that John submission. That was dope. The wrestling joint, wrestling theme song. That needs consideration for sure. Daryl, Frime, Aaron. Oh yeah, Aaron's was strong too. Oh, Troy, we can't forget Troy. Troy Bennett with the vocalist. That was all right. Well, this just got more complicated than I imagined. Vincent. See a couple Vincents. See a few Johns. Most of them coming from LW. Seeing a few Riches. Okay. Kenneth. That was also fire. A couple votes for B Ward. Man, all right, here we go. I'm gonna pick the last one from these bundle of names that we have. All right, here we go. There's the poll. Drop some target emojis in the chat. We're about to play Janelle's submission for this week. It is an energetic alternative rock with driving guitars, punchy drums, and a big anthemic hook. I wrote this one with sports highlights in mind, but I could also hear it working for action promos, broadcast packages, video games, and any scene that needs energy, momentum, and a sense of victory. Let's go. Guitars. Yes. That was the ending I was hoping and waiting for. Just a nice little drum fill, sting ending to finish it off. Perfect touch. Nailed it. This feels good. It feels, yeah, obviously I think it'll work good for some sports stuff, but yes, shows. It feels like those classic, just those classic theme show intros from when I was a youngin'. That's what it feels like. That whole era of just rock intros. Crushed it. Shout out to the Dusty Guitars. They sound great. She could produce anything. She's about to get these guitar emojis. She keep this up. We're gonna switch it to guitars. I believe it would work well with a TV show where people are surfing easily. Beast for sure. Boy meets the best producer. Exactly. Yeah, good stuff. Super dope. All right. Let's keep it going. There you go. All right. Let's finish the night off with some flares. All right, so let's see if we can figure this out. So we have that. This is a massive castle and something flying towards it. Harry Potter. Okay. Okay. So trailer music is what I'm getting. This might be intense. Or it could be very lovely. We don't know. Drop those fire emojis in the chat. Rated PG-13, coming to a theater near you. Yeah, that was fire. And the gifts were fitting. I could see that. That makes sense. It wasn't, we weren't scared. It was like a combo of like mystical trailer. That's what I would call it. Great work, Flares. And then as Rich Rosen so eloquently put it, thump, 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 thump. Words to be remembered. when describing a Flair's track. It's thumpy. All right, let's see what this poll is talking about. Oh, it got kind of close. Between John and Rich, but John pulled away. 45%. Janie and Troy are tied, actually. It was probably a few more thumps. A few more thumps would be more accurate, Rich. Just a few more. All right, shout out to John. Pulled away with the win tonight. Then we got Rich coming in second. And then we got Janie and Troy tied for, what did we do? Bronze. Gold, silver, bronze. Shout out to John. Great wrestling intro. We heard a lot of great tracks tonight. Because we kind of started off, man, where were we? Everybody been bringing out the guitars. It's been real guitar-y. And I'm not mad at it. I wish I could play guitar, honestly. I think it's a really dope instrument. But could just never, couldn't figure out the finger positioning thing on those little strings, man. But that's it, man. This was a good night. Shout out to everybody who submitted music. If you're not a member of the Hub, the link is in the description. Come join us. We'll show you how to get your music pitched, produced, and prepared for success in sync. And we'll help you along the way, give you some feedback just like we did tonight. And link is in the description. If you guys want some snacks like I was snacking on tonight, I finished all of that. It's gone. It's time to re-up. That's it. Let's see what we got going on. What we got going on next week? No stream next week, next Friday. Ooh, I really hate to give y'all a week, man, because Lord knows when we come back, the madness that will be waiting. But no live stream next Friday, but then we'll be back the week after that. Also, Shades of Sync tickets will be opening back up. Registration for Shades of Sync conference here in Atlanta / Alpharetta, Georgia, opens up July 26th. So y'all got a couple days. Make sure you are there when those open up. And I'll be seeing a lot of y'all at the Shades of Sync conference. It's going to be exciting. I actually just got the shirts in today for that conference, and you guys are going to get some when you get there. So excited about that. Shadesofsync.com. Register July 26th. Wait, is that? Oh, well, it's after midnight. Cause I'm like, wait, no, I thought it was 2 days. Technically, it's 1 day now. So there you go. It's actually Sunday. So, all right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. I will catch y'all on the next one. And I'm giving y'all a week. Davey Dave, don't go crazy, man. Come back. You done got 5 collaborations with each Hub member. All right, y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.